Have you ever stopped to think about how a city, just one place, can feel ancient and totally modern at the same time? Where, centuries of history aren't just museums, but they're sort of woven right into everyday life. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that kind of place, Delhi, India's capital. We've looked at some sources that give a really clear snapshot of this incredible city. Our mission, like always, is to pull out the key insights, the surprising bits, basically giving you the quick version of what makes Delhi tick. So let's get started. Okay, first things first. Let's pin down Delhi's basic identity, its name, where it sits on the map, that sort of thing.
Right. So Delhi is situated up in northern India. Geographically, it's bordered by the state of Haryana on three sides, actually, and then you've got Uttar Pradesh to the east. And officially, it's the National Capital Territory of Delhi, the NCT. That's important because it includes New Delhi, which is, the actual seat of the government of India.
Okay, so that administrative role is key. It immediately tells you it's nationally significant.
Absolutely.
But our sources also shout about its history. It feels like the past isn't just remembered there. It's like physically present.
Yeah.
Layered.
Oh, definitely. That's one of the most compelling things about Delhi. Its history is just monumental. I mean, it served as the capital for so many different kingdoms and empires over the centuries. You're talking about major powers like the Delhi Sultanate back in medieval times, right through to the Mughals, who built this grand empire across India. And you see that history everywhere. World famous sites like the Red Fort massive structure or the Qutub Minar, that incredible tall tower. Humayun's tomb, too, which is just beautiful. And India Gate, of course. Each one tells a different story, a different chapter.
Yeah, and something that kept coming up in the research was this idea of the seven cities of Delhi. It sounds like more than just a nickname, right? What's that about?
That's a really fascinating aspect. The Seven Cities concept isn't just symbolic. It reflects a real historical pattern. What happened is, over time, different rulers or dynasties didn't just, say, rebuild on the exact same spot. They often established whole new capitals on different sites, but still within the general Delhi area.
Oh, okay. So new rulers, new city nearby.
Pretty much, driven by strategy or maybe just wanting to make their own mark. So the result is that Delhi is literally built on these layers of its previous versions. You can find ancient ruins, sometimes sitting right next to, modern buildings. It gives you this almost tangible sense of time passing. Unlike almost anywhere else, it really speaks to its resilience, its enduring importance.
Incredible. So these layers of history, these different empires, how does all that feed into the city's culture today? The living, breathing culture.
Well, culturally, Delhi is absolutely a melting pot. I mean, think about it as the capital. It naturally draws people from every single state in India. So you have this constant influx of different traditions, languages, food, everything. It creates this really vibrant mix. And you see it in the festivals, big celebrations like Diwali, Eid, Holi, Christmas. They're all celebrated with huge enthusiasm. There's a real sense of shared participation, a kind of harmonious blend.
Right, that makes sense. And speaking of culture, you really can't talk Delhi without mentioning the food, especially the street food. Our sources made it sound legendary.
Oh, it absolutely is. Legendary is the right word. The street food experience is just core to Delhi's identity. You've got classics like chat tap, the savory, tangy, sometimes sweet snacks, just an explosion of flavor. And then there are the parathas from Chandni Chowk. That's this old, incredibly busy market area, famous for these amazing stuffed flatbreads, or the kebabs, especially around the Jama Masjid area near the huge mosque there. Succulent, flavorful. Yeah, each bite is kind of a taste of Delhi's diversity.
Okay, my mouth is watering now. But clearly, Delhi isn't just living in the past or focused only on food. It's a major modern city, too, right? A real hub.
Exactly. That's where the ancient and modern really collide in a good way. Today, Delhi is a massive center for, well, obviously politics, but also for business, finance, fashion, media, you name it. And it has the infrastructure to match. The Delhi Metro, for example, is a really impressive, modern, and efficient public transport system, hugely important for a city that size. And then you have the modern lifestyle spots, bustling markets like Connaught Place, which has this colonial-era charm but is very contemporary, or Sarojini Nagar, famous for bargain hunting. Plus, high-end malls in areas like Saket and Vasant Kunj. It caters to everyone.
So it's got the history, the culture, the modern buzz. But like any huge city, it must face challenges. What about things like climate or environmental issue.
Yeah, that's part of the picture too. Delhi has a very distinct climate. Summers, April to June, roughly get extremely hot. Then you have the monsoon season, July to September, bringing the rains. And winters, December, January, can actually get quite cold. And it's important to mention air pollution. It's a significant challenge, especially during the winter months. That's definitely a factor in daily life for people living there.
Right. Good to have that context. Okay, to wrap up our dive, we found a couple of really cool, maybe surprising facts that just add another layer to understanding Delhi.
Yeah, a couple of fun ones. First, did you know Delhi is home to Asia's largest wholesale spice market? It's called Kariboli.
Wow, Asia's largest.
Yep. You can just imagine the smells, the colors must be overwhelming in a good way.
Okay.
And second, Delhi also has one of the world's largest Hindu temples, Akshardham. It's actually quite modern, but it's absolutely vast and architecturally stunning. A tribute to Swaminarayan.
Incredible details. What a journey we've taken that.
Yeah.
From its roots as this imperial capital multiple times over to this buzzing modern metropolis. We've touched on the culture, the food. It really is a city where, like we said, centuries feel stacked on top of each other.
It really is. And I think what's so striking is seeing how a city can keep evolving, keep absorbing new people and ideas, keep growing, but still hold on to its history so strongly, even showcase it. That whole seven cities idea really captures it, doesn't it? This capacity for adaptation alongside this deep sense of heritage. It's quite powerful.
Absolutely. So thinking about all this, how do you imagine navigating a place like that, where you could be standing near an ancient tomb one minute and then hopping onto a super modern metro or walking into a high-end mall the next? How might that constant blend of old and new, that incredible mix of cultures and food, change how you think about what a city can be? Something to maybe reflect on after our deep dive today.